فَأَنذَرْتُكُمْ نَارًا تَلَظَّى. Then, thus, I have warned you. I mentioned this before, but I can't help myself from saying it again. In the previous surah, Salih alayhi salam warned the people, Naqat Allah, she-camel of Allah, watch out. People didn't take the warning seriously. Allah is teaching these Quraysh. He gave him a lesson of history in the previous surah. Now He's saying it's not, don't think a messenger is warning you. I'm warning you. فَأَنذَرْتُكُمْ. Then I have warned you. In the previous surah, a messenger was warning. In this surah, Allah Himself is warning. In the previous surah, the messenger was warning, watch out, don't do this. He was warning to stay away from a bad deed. In this surah, Allah is warning you not of the bad deed, but of the consequences. It's more powerful for two reasons. He's not just saying don't do bad things. He's saying I'm warning you about a fire. He mentioned the punishment first. He mentioned the punishment. Naran, talazza. Talazza is something, the Arabic equivalents are tatawaqqad wa tatahawwaj. Something that keeps sparking. Something that keeps, the kinds of flame that make lots of noise. Right? This talazza. And this originally is tatalazza. But the anger is manifest of Allah. When He doesn't say tatalazza, He says talazza. It actually illustrates anger of Allah Azza wa Jal. So I'm warning you about a fire that keeps blazing and keeps popping and keeps crackling. SubhanAllah. Now after He gives us this warning, حَذَّرْتُكُمْ وَخَوَّفْتُكُمْ نَارًا, as Shawkani comments rahimahullah, naran, I'm thoroughly warning you, and I'm scaring you. You should know something about the word indar. Indar, that's andartukum, I'm warning you. Mundhir commonly translated as warner, right? What does indar mean? Indar means to sit somebody down and to make them aware of the entire situation, as if to assume they don't realize the danger they're in. You make them aware of the entire situation. You make them realize if they continue the way they're going, there's a great danger ahead of them. And then finally to scare them of that danger. To thoroughly inform and warn. That's called indar. By using that word in this ayah, Allah is saying the Qur'an is enough to make you fully aware of the kind of situation you're in, fully aware of where you're headed, and fully aware of what that's going to do to you. لَا يَصْلَاهَا إِلَّا الْأَشْقَى. No one will throw themselves, yasla, literally to cast oneself. No one will chuck oneself in except the most wretched, the most unfortunate of the person. May Allah not make us from them. Al-Ashqa. Now was Ashqa mentioned like we said in the previous surah? إِذٍ بَعَثَ أَشْقَاهَا. Ashqa was mentioned in the previous surah. Now Allah is there what He did. He got up and He killed the she-camel. Here, what's He going to get? What's He going to get? No one will be thrown into this blazing, crackling fire except Al-Ashqa. Now, this is a parallel. Some of you were not here earlier, so I should repeat. In the previous surah, the crime was against the she-camel, the miracle Allah sent. In this surah, the crime is against another miracle Allah sent, the Qur'an. Two crimes, both against the miracle of Allah. In one of them, the crime was, the instruction was, stay away from the she-camel. In this case, the instruction was, come towards the Qur'an. The rebellious, the ashqa, what did they do? In that case, they were told, stay away, and what did they do? They came to it. And in this case, they were told, come to it, and what did they do? They went away. So, الَّذِي كَذَّبَ, what's coming? وَتَوَلَّى, he turned away. He turned away. That one approached what he shouldn't have approached. This one walked away from what he shouldn't have walked away from. The contrast has been established. Both, because in the end, they both rebelled against what the gift that Allah had sent them. So, this لَا يَصْلَاهَا إِلَّا الْأَشْقَى, no one will be thrown into this particular type of fire, talazza, has not been prepared for anyone except al-ashqa, this specific kind of kafir. Because Allah says, no one will go into it except al-ashqa. There are other kinds of fire for other kinds of kuffar. But this special fire has been created for al-ashqa, the most unfortunate. So who is this most unfortunate person? What made him so unfortunate? The next ayah is explaining, الَّذِي كَذَّبَ وَتَوَلَّى. He lied against the truth. By the way, previously, did we read takdeeb before? وَكَذَّبَ بِالْحُسْنَى. It's coming up again. He lied against the truth. And then the high crime. The high crime is وَتَوَلَّى. He lied against the truth on the inside. And how did it manifest on the outside? He turned away. What did he turn away from? The revelation. He turned away from the message. And as Aslam al-Ra'i comments, because the previous passage had mentioned i'ta, giving to the poor, who else does he turn away from? The ones who asked him. He turns away from them too.